Well, it's about time I sat down and wrote something about ponies. But what? Perhaps I'll ship an OC with Fluttershy. Yes, that's brilliant. Or should I say, I'm brilliant.
Yeah, sure you are.
What the? Oh, Twilight. Rarity, what are you two doing here? Can't you see I'm in the middle of my ever-so-important brainstorming stage?
Well, that must be one pathetic storm, then. Brainstorming for you is what, a light drizzle?
Oh, ha, you're freaking hilarious. Now what do you two want?
What do you mean, us? You're the one who called us here to do your new story.
What are you going to have us do, another gore story?
No! I don't know what you guys are talking about. I haven't called for you at all.
Hold on a tick. If you didn't send us that message, then who?
Suddenly, all the doors swing shut, lock from a television mounted on the wall lights up with Pinkie Pie's face filling the screen.
It was I, you fools, and now you've fallen into my devious trap. You shall suffer a fate unlike any other.
Oh crap, she's really snapped. All this time I thought she was just eccentric, but she really is crazy.
Rainbow Dash's voice pops into view on the screen.
Jeez, Arthur, just chill out. It's just a prank.
Shh! They aren't supposed to know that!
Arthur, Rarity, and Twilight exchange looks.
Okay, Pinkie, what do you have planned this time?
I'm going to do something so evil and vile, something so cruel
And horrifying!
that you won't sleep for weeks. Our prank for you this week is that you have to read
Cupcakes! We're so awesome!
Wait, are you telling me that you're going to have me, Rarity, and Twilight do an MST of Cupcakes?
It's going to be so much fun.
For you, maybe. You don't have to read that piece of trash.
Hasn't some pony already done this? Seriously, some pony has had to have done this already.
Nope.
Come on, no pony has MST'd Cupcakes yet? Not a single fan has done an MST of Cupcakes.
My magical Google searching powers have revealed no results.
Rather Homely's note. That was true at the time I wrote this. Not quite so true now.
Seriously?
Absolutely.
I find that hard to believe.
No worries, we'll survive. After all, you've read the stories before, right, Arthur?
Oh, well, I skimmed it?
You skimmed it.
Hey, the story was really boring. Give me a break.
Come on, let's get this started already. Start the story. I can hardly wait to see the looks on your faces.
Fine. Alright, so we got a story sign, fix sign, whatever, to start it.
Cupcakes by Sergeant Sprinkles, world's greatest party clown.
Well, this bodes well.
He's definitely a guy on hire for my kid's birthday party.
I can already tell the fashion sense in this story is going to be quite exquisite.
The air was warm, the sun was shining, and all of Ponyville was having a glorious day.
But the Sprinkles who lived in north of Ponyville was not.
The town square was bustling and crowded. Busy ponies were making their way through the streets.
And lazy ponies were making their lazy way through the streets.
All the pony folk seemed to have somewhere to be, all except Rainbow Dash. Her place was in the sky.
Isn't the sky somewhere to be?
She freely tore through the air,
Poor air!
speeding one way and the next. She buzzed the treetops and raced the wind.
And the winner is...
No one, because they're both stuck in this crappy story.
The Pegasus swooped over a schoolyard, much to the delight of the children.
Those must be some exceedingly bored children.
Climbing several hundred feet,
She should have flown. It would have been much easier than climbing.
she dove, going as fast as she could. Seconds before hitting the ground, her wings flew open and she took off back into the clear blue. Rainbow felt alive.
In reality, she was actually a zombie.
I'm getting the feeling that she won't be feeling alive much longer.
Then she remembered that she had somewhere to be. She was supposed to meet with Pinkie Pie in 5 minutes. She'd gotten so caught up in her exercises that she'd nearly forgotten.
Her regular workout consists of 20 reps of flying over schoolyards.
To the delight of the children, of course.
Pinkie had asked Dash to meet her at Sugar Cube Corner at 3. She didn't say why or what they'd be doing, but Dash knew that with Pinkie, it could be anything.
Except murder. It couldn't possibly be that.
She wasn't sure if she really wanted to go, though. She was so engaged with her stunts that she thought about blowing Pinkie off to continue flying. But Dash's conscience got the better of her. She knew that it would hurt Pinkie's feelings. After all, she said it was going to be something special for just the two of them.
Just the two of them in a bed, of course.
She considered it and thought, why not? What did she have to lose?
Her life?
Her sanity?
Her respect in the eyes of the fandom? Oh, sorry. That's Sprinkles I'm thinking of.
Heck, it might be more pranking. Pinkie might have found a bunch more fun stuff to pull off on folks. They'd had so much fun last time.
Oh yeah, I bet Pinkie Pie is going to prank a knife through Rainbow Dash's skull.
Sounds like fun to me!
Dash kicked it into overdrive, mostly to make for lost time,
But also to advance the plot.
and sped to her appointment.
Pardon me, Miss Dash. Do you know why I pulled you over?
When she walked into the store, she was immediately greeted by her host, who was bouncing in excitement.
Pinkie Pie, don't bounce in that excitement. You'll get dirty.
Oh, now it's all over the carpet. It's gonna take weeks to get out.
Yay, you're here, you're here. I've been waiting all day.
Said the jumping pony.
She sounds so excited. What with the lack of exclamation mark and everything.
Sorry if I'm a little late, Pinkie. I was doing my afternoon exercise and lost track of time.
Dash apologized. Pinkie giggled and responded, her tone gleefully reassuring.
Oh, that's okay. You're here now. What's a few more minutes? I've been so excited thinking about all the fun stuff we're gonna do. I haven't stopped bouncing since I woke up.
In fact, I've been bouncing even before I woke up.
I mean, I almost forgot to breathe. I'm so happy.
I'd have been happy if you'd just forgotten to breathe. It cut this story short.
Dash gave a slightly uncomfortable laugh.
That's entirely different from a fully uncomfortable laugh.
But it's pretty close to a quarter laugh.
She always appreciated Pinkie's friendly, outgoing way of life, but her overabundant enthusiasm almost creeped her out. Dash was polite, however.
Ha! I've never heard a bigger lie in my life.
If Pinkie was this worked up, then it must be good, whatever it was.
Actually, Pinkie just seems moderately worked up. I'd say whatever she has planned will be mediocre at best.
So, you ready to get started, Rainbow Dash? I've got everything all ready.
The Pinkwin said. Dash psyched herself up.
Those lessons from Iron Wolf really paid off.
You betcha, Pinkie. What do you got planned? We gonna prank somebody? I got a couple of good ones I've been thinking about. Or maybe you got some stunts you think I should try. Or maybe you could edit poorly written stories. I know just which one to start with.
Baking cupcakes!
Baking?
Rainbow Dash was disappointed.
Pinkie, you know I'm not good at baking. Remember the last time?
The blood was everywhere, and we had to spend weeks getting the gelatin out of the toaster.
Oh, that's not a problem at all. I only need your help making them.
Hence why Rainbow Dash was saying she isn't good at baking.
I'm doing most of the work.
Pinkie explained. Dash thought about it for a second,
Literally.
and replied,
Well, alright. I guess that's okay. What exactly do you need me to do?
Fall unconscious for the start.
That's the spirit. Here you go.
Pinkie handed Dash a cupcake. Dash looked puzzled.
I thought I was helping you bake.
You will be. I made this one just for you before you got here.
So, this is like taste testing or something?
Sorta.
Pinkie said.
And by sorta, I mean no.
Dash shrugged and popped the pastry in her mouth. She chewed a bit and swallowed. Not bad,
Okay. Now what?
Dash asked.
Now,
Pinkie informed.
you take a nap.
It's a trap!
Upon hearing that, Dash felt lightheaded.
She began to float up into the air.
Her world spun, and seconds later she dropped to the floor.
And pulled off some rad breakdancing. Seriously, wouldn't that be a great end to this fic?
Sorry, but it looks we aren't quite done yet.
Dash regained consciousness.
Turns out she misplaced it under the bed.
She found herself in a dark room.
I never knew Pinkie Pie was a photographer.
She tried to shake her head, but found that the taut leather strap kept it firmly in place. She struggled to move, but the braces around her chest and limbs glued her to the upright planks. Her legs were spread wide apart, and the only part of her not tied down were her wings, and as the frame was backless.
My. Oh my. How kinky.
That was a cheap shot.
It's all a cheap shot, darling.
As she writhed, Pinkie jumped into her line of sight.
Goody, you're awake. Now we can get started.
Viewing my vacation photos! I knew you'd try to run at around picture number 348.
She gleefully stated. She was pushing a cart covered with cloth.
Pinkie, what's going on? I can't move.
Dash said in a worry.
Rainbow Dash, get out of that worry this instant.
Well, duh, you're tied down.
Pinkie chided.
That's why you can't move. I didn't think you need to be told that. Rainbow should have read the previous paragraph.
And this story sucks. But I didn't think you needed to be told that either.
But why? Sprinkles made it so. What's happening? I thought you said I was going to help you make cupcakes.
You are helping. See, I ran out of special ingredient. I need you to get more.
Well, she can't go off to get more if she's tied down.
Special ingredient?
Dash was now breathing heavily and starting to panic.
What special ingredient?
Pinkie giggled and responded.
You silly.
Dash's eyes widened, her face contorted in fear. Then she started to laugh.
You really got me there, Pinkie Pie. I mean, tricking me into thinking I'm gonna get made into a cupcake?
What does that sentence even mean?
I gotta tell you, this is the best prank yet. You win, you're the best.
Pinkie giggled even more.
Thanks, Dash, but I haven't done any pranks today, so I can't accept your praise.
Dash began to struggle once again.
Pinkie, come on, this isn't funny. Don't worry, Dashy, we don't think any of this is funny.
Then why are you laughing?
Pinkie grabbed the cloth and whipped it off the cart.
Indiana Pinkie. Quest for the golden cupcake.
The top of the tray contained various sharp medical tools and knives, carefully organized and ready.
Yes, and at the bottom of the tray,
At very least, this is going to be a nice, tidy Gorfic.
There was a medicine bag and several other objects next to them.
But those weren't important enough to describe, so you can probably ignore them.
Dash was now in full panic mode.
Previously, she'd been in partial panic mode.
She was starting to hyperventilate. Her mind was racing.
the wind.
And she tried to reason with the pink pony.
You can't do this, Pinkie. I'm your friend.
Persuasive argument. Let's hear the retort.
I know, and that's why I'm so happy that I've got you here. You can share your last ones together, just you and me.
Alright, so, while I thought Rainbow made a pretty solid friend argument, Pinkie gave a good psycho rebuttal. Opinions?
Friendship is magic, so I'm gonna go with Rainbow on this one.
I'd say Pinkie, as her psychotic ramblings do argue her position well.
She was skipping again.
Holy crap!
Again? Really?
Honestly, where's she even skipping to? But the other ponies will wonder where I am. When the clouds pile up, they'll come looking for me, and then you'll get found out.
Dash was desperate.
Oh, Dash.
Pinkie said.
Don't worry, there are plenty of Pegasi to take care of a few clouds.
Seriously, how narcissistic can you get, Rainbow Dash?
And besides, no one will find out. I mean, how long do you think I've been doing this? 5 minutes?
500 words?
Since Sprinkle said screw being in a character, I've got...
And with that, the lights suddenly came into life.
It's alive! It's alive!
And showcased the rest of the room.
And this room here is a wonderful addition to any household. Oh God, no!
Dash reeled in,
A humongous fish.
horror at the image presented to her.
Vacation photos. I was right.
The room was decorated with a typical and twisted Pinkie Pie flair. Colorful streamers of dried entrails danced around the ceiling.
I prefer my entrails to be wet when hung. That way they're more flexible and can be draped in more creative patterns.
Brightly painted skulls of all sizes were stuck on the walls,
Help! I've gotten stuck in the wall and I can't get up!
and organs done up in pastels filled with helium tied to the backs of chairs. The tables and chairs were made of bones and flesh of past ponies. Dash cringed at the centerpiece on the table nearest to her.
Obviously, the centerpiece has crashing colors.
The heads of 4 foals, their eyes closed like they were sleeping, wearing party hats made from their own skin. She recognized one of them as Apple Bloom's classmate.
That's kinda creepy. How does she know the classmate of a filly she isn't related to? I'm getting a stalker vibe off this Pegasus.
Her eyes darted back and forth, and then gazed up at the patchwork banner hanging from the rafters. Made from several pony hides, the words, "Life is a Party," was scrawled in red.
Isn't that sweet? Pinkie Pie decorated with ketchup.
Dash's attention was stolen
I'd like to file a police report. Someone stole my attention.
by a party horn unfurling and tickling her nose. She saw Pinkie Pie standing in front of her. The party pony was wearing a dress quilted from cutie marks. On her back fluttered 6 Pegasus wings, all different colors.
At the very least, she could have had the color of those wings matching.
As she skipped in excitement,
Hey, careful, Pinkie. You're going to...
Oh, jeez, you got it all over the rug again.
her necklace of unicorn horns loudly clacked together.
So unicorn horns are hollow. Fascinating.
Sprinkle said it. So it must be canon!
Like it?
She asked.
I made it myself. I got all the help from the other ponies at my weekly arts and crafts club meeting.
Dash pleaded.
Pinkie, please. I'm sorry if I did anything to you. I didn't mean it. Please let me go. I promise I won't tell any pony.
No, please. Stop it. So scared.
Oh, Dash, you didn't do anything. It's just that your neighbor come up and, well, I don't make rules.
All rules are designed and upheld by the Council of Rather Silly Thick Ideas.
We can't turn back now.
Rainbow Dash was tearing up.
I guess Rainbow's made the paper.
How could this be happening?
I think we're all asking that question at this point. Don't be sad, Dash.
Pinkie said.
Look, this'll cheer you up. I brought you a friend.
Out of seemingly nowhere,
Cyberspace strikes again!
Pinkie displayed a blue and yellow painted skull. It was about pony-sized, but it had a very defining feature. A beak. Dash was freaking out.
Is that...
Hey, Dash, let's hang out together. These ponies are lame-os. Dweebs.
Pinkie mimicked.
Wait, I know this one. Derpy. No.
Is it Tom?
You're both wrong. It's a Bloomberg impression. I got it right before she left town. You wouldn't believe the size of the butterfly net. Remember when I left the party for like 20 minutes? That wasn't enough time to play with her, of course.
Of course.
I had to wait till after the party to do that, but boy, am I glad I did. It was worth for the flavor alone. Griffith tastes like 2 animals at once. It's amazing.
It's like turducken, except less duck. More pony!
I know she didn't have a number like everyone else in Ponyville, but when I was gonna get another chance to try a Griffin single bar? In hindsight,
You Jane.
I probably should have asked where she came from so I could get more, but I forgot.
It happens to the best of us, Pinkie Pie.
I'll tell you what though, she was quite the fighter. It lasted a long time, which is fun for me. I got a chance to play with somebody other than a pony and try new things.
Variety is the spice of life.
It's too bad she had such a potty mouth. She said so much bad stuff, I had to take her tongue out. You know, bad language makes some bad feelings, Dash.
I've never heard that before.
Perhaps that's the real message of this story.
The Tao of Sprinkles.
Dash didn't have anything to say. She just sobbed and writhed.
Well,
Pinkie said, putting the skull back down.
that's enough reminiscing. It's time to begin!
About time. I was waiting for this part.
Actually, I think it's about time to take a break.
I concur. Are we allowed to take a break?
Of course, I'm not that mean. Rainbow Dash is so...
Hey!